And ladies and gentlemen, we are back with episode 17 of the Disney Dudes podcast. I am Disney Dude Taylor.
And I'm Disney Dude Abbott. It has been pronounced as Abbott, but those people are not in my life anymore. And after many years of therapy, it's Abbott. So get it right. Don't be a jerk. Yeah, welcome to episode 17 of the Disney Dudes podcast. We were doing some pre-show talk, mainly just kind of shooting the beep and just kind of talking about, hi, yeah. And we were talking about, what is that in your background? What's happening?
Oh, I don't know what's going on.
An eye chart? What are you doing? Just stick with what you got.
It's an eye chart.
It's an eye chart. Got you. So this episode is off to a great start. No, we have been very busy this week. Lord knows our personal family schedules, personal lives have picked up. I can say that things are really going to the next level with my children going back to school starting this week. And I think it's hilarious. They're like, Dad, but summer, it's over. I don't, I'm sad. I don't want, I'm like, shut up, kid. Go to first grade. Go to third grade. This is hilarious. Daddy deserves this beer. So I don't care if it's 8 a.m. I'm going to drink a beer.
I don't blame you.
Thank you. What about you? How's your schedule been?
Busy, hectic. Seeing a lot of patients. Yeah. Pretty much that's it. Yeah.
I did that because your background is an aha take on me.
What, right now it is?
It looks like some kind of a sketch.
Yeah, it's
out of a Garfield. Okay, I feel like you're having like a schizophrenic kind of situation in your background over there. Everything good?
Yeah,
everything good up in Virginia.
Busy. Everything is busy in Virginia, but I
good.
I'm excited to be on this podcast tonight with you, Abbott.
Aw. Oh yeah. So we do have some Disney Dudes news, as opposed to nudes. And we're gonna drop, and that joke is officially dead now. It is dead. Oh yeah, Disney Dudes. See, done, dead. So no, I just wanted to give another huge shout out. I did it way too much online, and I thanked her praises from last week. But a huge shout out to Emily O'Keefe from Key to the World Travel for joining us last week.
Yeah,
she was incredibly knowledgeable in all things Disney. And we really appreciate her getting us and the listeners and also viewers her best travel tips, tricks, and expert vacation planning skills. She is not a Disney vacation or a Walt Disney World vacation planner. She is your one-stop shop for any type of vacation. We're talking a European trip, skiing trip. You want to go to Vail, you want to go to Aspen, you want to take a Viking cruise. Pretty much anything and everything she can do for you. So like I said, she's your one-stop shop for your next vacation, not just your D-dub vacation. And I know for a fact.
What can Emily do for you?
Exactly. She is your key to your next vacation and the world of travel. See what I did there?
I saw that. That was
excellent. So I definitely plan on taking advantage of her services next time. And it's no cost to you. So go back. If you're listening to this podcast, pause it, go back and rewatch episode 16. It's a good one. And it's not as long as our typical humdrum whatever.
Yeah.
So another thing I wanted to point out is that I didn't realize, but Mickey Mouse is a huge, and I'm talking a huge fan of the South Carolina Gamecocks. I mean, look at this. I mean, the colors match. He's already garnet and black. And when you're not talking, people can't see you. This thing is activated by voice. So if I keep talking, the camera's going to stay on me because, you're giving me this so disappointed look.
Yes. I can't believe Disney would resort to a shirt like that. Did you get it in China? Because I'm shocked that Disney would resort to something like that.
For a minute there, it sounded like you said China the way that Trump would pronounce it.
China.
That's weird. So, what's our topic this week? Or do you have any news? Do you have any news? Because you've got that vacation. It's officially next month.
Yes,
Man,
I'm pumped. I'm so excited. So
tell
in
us about it.
officially, let's see, officially a month, right
Mm,
around a month, actually a month and a week, we will be in Disney World. We actually were thinking about booking some extra stuff this week, and we actually did. We are going to do the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party on Thursday night, which I believe is the 29th
mhm.
of September. So very excited for that.
And I know that the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween starts either tomorrow or the next day. So for us, that's going to be either August 12th or the 13th.
Yeah.
Okay. We are
Yep.
recording live Eastern Standard Time, at least here on August 11th. Thursday was August 11th. But the days we record, they vary. Just depends on our schedules.
Yep.
So, anyway, what is our topic this week, Taylor?
Topic this week, we're breaking it into 2 episodes. The top Disney villains.
But is it all of the Disney categories like Star Wars,
No.
Pixar, Marvel?
Only the original, only the animated, not Pixar, not Star Wars, not Marvel.
So we're talking classic, we're talking vintage.
We're talking vintage, but we're also going to be talking like Encanto that really doesn't have a villain, but newer as well, because they're not Pixar and they're not Marvel and they're not Star Wars.
I'm going to take a lateral move here and say there is a villain in Encanto. You originally think that it's Bruno, and yes, we can talk about him,
Yeah.
but
It's not.
it is the enemy is the fear. Well, it's the grandma, that hoe. No, that old hoe putting that fear into Mirabelle's like in her head. Like, what kind of torture is that? You know, that's called neglect. That's called years of therapy. Stop it. Stop it. You know, what a jerk of an old lady. So anyway, not saying most old ladies are jerks. You know, they're nice, but unless their name is Karen, and Encanto. So no, my thing was the main enemy in that movie is the fear of not belonging, the
Yes.
fear of not knowing, the fear of the unknown.
That's
into
how I
the
feel on this podcast.
I appreciate you cutting me off there. So we are going to be going through 10 through what? Starting at the bottom. Starting from the bottom, going
10
to
through
the top.
6.
10 through 6. Thank you.
And then 5 through 1.
No, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You said 5, 3, 1. You skipped a couple
I
of numbers.
said 5 through.
You went odd numbers.
Through the woods.
You said 3.
To Abbott's house we go.
So what dialect would you consider that up in Virginia?
The University of Virginia dialect.
Oh,
the Ivy League of the South.
Which is skirting the Mason-Dixon line. So yeah, that's pretty south. So anyway, you want to go first? Because I want to go first.
Hey, ladies first, Abbott. You can go ahead.
With that hat on, you should go first.
You want me to go
Ladies
first?
Let's go. Come on, Pink.
All right, I'll go first then.
Let's do it. So my number 10 pick. No.
All right, what's your number 10?
Sir, you're going next or going first.
Okay, so my first pick is going to be, you ready for this?
Sure.
Lady Tremaine.
Lady Tremaine. Explain who Lady Tremaine is. For those that, honestly, people overlook her.
The wicked stepmother in Cinderella.
Oh.
A little controversy right there, because I'm picking her because of this. It's plain fact. She was very abusive to Cinderella, mentally and emotionally.
True.
She was very manipulative as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that's just wicked. That's evil. That's a villain in all sorts, in all steps and portions of life.
In every sense of the word.
Exactly. Every sense of the word. So, Lady Tremaine's my 10 pick.
Lady Tremaine. Okay. And she looks so prim and proper, you know?
Yes.
If she, you know, her what is it? Her RBF?
Yes.
It's definitely like off the charts.
You know
Yeah. her resting baby face, because it's kind of like she doesn't have as many wrinkles. No, her you can say it.
Her RW F, her resting Wellesley face.
Oh, Wellesley's. This is this is forever.
Yeah, I know.
And you're saying these things, and she's going to go back when she's older and go, "Wow, this is what Dad really thought of me."
Hey,
cool, Dad.
Hey, everybody thinks that of Wellesley right now. Wellesley's my little girl.
Oh, okay.
She has a cold RBF face.
Ooh.
Cold. Like could cut glass.
She cuts right to your soul, right?
Yes, straight through your soul.
I know it well. I remember those days. My daughter's now 8, and she's not slowing down. But I get it. It's hard to remember, but Lord, once you remember, you don't forget.
Yep,
and that made no sense. All right, my number 10. Are you ready?
I've been ready.
I'm all about the history, but I'm going to condense it. But I'm also about a little bit of trivia too. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple of caveats. Not as many. The higher the number, the less caveats you're going to have. Correct?
Correct.
So, the Headless Horseman is my number 10. The Headless Horseman is the main antagonist in the adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. And so people usually think, oh, it's just Sleepy Hollow. Yes, Johnny Depp film, whatever, you're right. But no, this is specifically from The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. And that came out a super long time ago, way too long.
Yes.
And he's not part of the whole thing. It's split up between two different stories. One, of course, Mr. Toad, and then The Adventures of Ichabod. And this is specifically the Legend of the Sleepy Hollow segment, right? So a little trivia for you about the Headless Horseman. Yes, he doesn't have a head. That's my trivia. No head. No. There's a lot to debate whether or not the Headless Horseman is real. And last Halloween, I watched it for the first time in probably, I'd say, 18 to 20 years, maybe even 25 years. But there's a lot of debate upon whether or not the Headless Horseman is real. Some think he is, but most believe that Ichabod simply dreamed it, or that Brom Bones is the Headless Horseman in disguise. What do you think?
I think he's real.
You think he's real?
I'm going off of the Johnny Depp movie.
Okay.
I mean, I saw that for the first time this past year, and I thought it was a great movie.
You're a little too old for having all these firsts.
I know I am.
In my opinion.
I know. But
it's just kind of a. Are you Amish?
I'm not Amish. No, I'm not.
Mennonite?
No, I'm not. Shout out to the Mennonite and Amish communities. We really do love you.
Latter-day Saints?
What? Latter-day Saints.
What?
Shout out to them too. Yeah, no, we love everybody. One love.
You're such a diplomat.
No, but seriously, it's a great movie, and I do think that the Headless Horseman is real.
Is he? But is he based upon? The way you look at me, today, Junior. No, based upon what I said specifically from The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, is he a figment? Shout out, Journey to Imagination. But is he a figment of Ichabod's imagination? Did he imagine him? Or is it really Brom Bones to drive Ichabod Crane away, playing into his superstitions? Because, Brom Bones is the guy that was rejected by, I can't think of the love interest, like the mayor's daughter or the wealthy businessman's daughter. And somehow this gangly, creepy looking, what's the character's name from The Office? The tall Ichabod looking Crane looking dude. If I could think of his name, people, if you're listening, shout it out to me from the ether. I need this. I can't think of his name. That dated Aaron, gangly looking son of a. Oh yeah,
I'm
got nothing. Great. Oh man, boy, you got all kinds of funny bones in your body. No, I think it was Brom Bones. I think it was Brom Bones in disguise, because what other choice did she have? Everyone's dying of daggone dysentery and, tuberculosis and yellow fever. So therefore, Brom Bones, he had the strongest immune system because he's actually lifts weights, and his name is Brom Mother Flippin' Bones. He did it to get the girl. It was dirty, but he wins in the end somehow. I guess dirty deeds done dirt cheap.
Well,
Who's your number 9?
Yeah,
Who's your number 9?
my number 9 is
Real quick, hold on, not to steal your thunder here, but I just want to put this out there, and you admitted to this, and you said something about your staff. So cool of you. This is such a Disney dude move right here. Pivot on the Disney dude move. Ladies and gentlemen, I text Taylor not to show off my show notes for this week, but I sent him a picture of it, thinking that he would just glance at it because I know he's busy. Same as me. I was on my lunch break, went home to let my dogs out, and I texted this picture, and then he brings up to me, "Oh yeah, I zoomed in on your picture and saw your bottom 5." Like, oh, cool. So this is how this show is going to go from now on. Great, because we need to have trust that this show is going to continue. So you have an ultimatum. You choose to. No, I'm kidding. No, I just wanted to say you didn't have to tell me that, but you told me that. That's honesty. But I don't know if you use that to your advantage. We're going to find out. We're going to find out if there's any kind of strategery with your next pick.
All right.
I'm paying attention. Edge of my seat. 9, go.
My number 9 pick is a threefer.
3-way?
It's a 3-for-1.
Ooh. Sounds tasty.
Prince John, Sir Hiss, and the Sheriff of Nottingham.
Fresh John? Hold on. French John or Fresh John? Because that's
Prince John.
Wow. AirPods, don't fail me now.
Yeah.
Okay. Break them down.
Prince John. The king was going on his excursion. That's why Prince John was filling in for him. Did you not know that?
Define filling in. What was he filling in?
He was the king.
Something? Someone?
He was trying to be the leader of Nottingham.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
and so he steals from the poor. Sir Hiss is his snake.
Ah, yes.
Snitches
I do
get
remember
stitches.
very well.
And he wound up in a wine bottle. Actually, wine barrel.
You missed an opportunity. Snitches get hisses. Get it?
Hisses.
Snake.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, you're welcome. That's your t-shirt.
And then the Sheriff of Nottingham. I mean, I don't have to explain it. The listeners get it.
They do get it. And I get it because every iteration of that character is just nasty. And he's a little, to me, you remember Robin Hood Men in Tights?
Yes.
Yeah, Mel Brooks.
Yes.
Just such a douchebag, you know? Very prim, very proper, very British, which is already controversial for me. The one time I went to London, that accent got old real quick. I know we have some listeners out there. Hello, Governor. Good day. They understood that as, oh, he was just kidding. You know, when you say certain words in their accent, you're able to diffuse the situation, right?
Yeah.
But Sheriff of Nottingham, complete dick. Who else you got?
And also, real quick, the Sheriff of Nottingham was played by Pat Buttram.
Who's that?
The guy, that's who voiced the Sheriff of Nottingham.
Okay, yeah. What?
And who he was?
Yeah.
So he was, let's see. He was in the Gene Autry show. He was also in Green Acres, if you have ever seen Green Acres.
It is the place to be.
He was also in The Real McCoys, The Munsters, Petticoat Junction.
Yeah, I know all that stuff. Cool.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Boss Hog.
And Rugrats.
Did not expect that.
There you go.
About as left field as one can be. Cool.
Exactly. So
that's a solid pick. That's your number 9s.
Yeah.
All 9s. Look at you. All right. My numero noche. My number 9 is, and I'm not a big Tiger fan, believe me, Bagak. You're welcome. It's all punny. It's all punny. Shere Khan. Shere Khan. He's the main antagonist of Disney's 1967 animated feature film, The Jungle Book, and its 2000 my tongue has got swollen. I can't talk. 2003 sequel, The Jungle Book 2. And basically, he's a powerful, suave, Rico Suave Bengal tiger. Shere Khan had nothing but disdain for his victims, Mowgli. His reputation was that he needed only to show himself to intimidate the inhabitants of the jungle. His only fears are what? What do you think his 2 fears are?
Fire.
Yep, and one more. But yeah, definitely fire. Like Frankenstein, fire, burn. But the other one? One more. It's not too complicated.
Guns.
Guns. Fire and guns. That's right. Sounds like a meth lab, going wrong.
In Spartanburg County.
Spartanburg County. That's more of a Pickens County kind of thing, right there beside Oconee, near that Clemson. Come here, honey, slash sister, slash cousin. Let's make out with our 2 teeth together. So, trivia for him: the word shere translated as tiger or lion in Persian, Hindi, and Punjabi. I didn't know that, but I mean it makes sense. And while Khan translates as sovereign king or military leader, and so forth in a number of languages influenced by the Mongols, including Pashto. In other words, Khan's name is Tiger King. He's the mother flipping Tiger King. Carol Burnett killed her husband. We all know it.
Carol Burnett.
Carol Baskin. Carol Burnett. I love Carol Burnett. Thanks for bringing that up. No, Carol Baskin. Carol Baskin killed her husband. She killed her husband. Ridiculous. Shut up. I'm moving on.
Let's go get Clarabelle, the dog. Funny thing, real quick. Clarabelle, a female cow, right?
Yes, cow, yes.
Why does she have horns?
They're prosthetic to intimidate menfolk. You're welcome.
Okay.
Checkmate.
All right.
Lame. All right. You're number 8.
My number 8 is Gaston.
Who?
Gaston.
Okay. You're really showing your cards. You're all about them queens. Hi.
Yeah.
Do it, queen. Go.
Gaston. Reason that is because he has an ego, which is not always bad to have, but he tries to persuade. First of all, he takes Belle's father and leaves him out in the woods. So, kidnapping.
Dick.
He stabs the beast. Attempted murder.
Dick.
And that's all I've got.
Straight up dick. French dick. That's right. Just a French dick. I'm not cursing. I'm just saying that's what he is. He's a douchebag. He's a French douchebag. And that's a French word. He's a douchebag. He's a baguette with the cheese. Fromage. Yeah, Gaston. But I think if we had to identify with characters from Beauty and the Beast, I would be more of a Gaston character. You'd be more of a LeFou, right? With that hat on.
Funny.
That's a sweet hat. No, that's a sweet hat. Typhoon Lagoon vintage. Yes. Sweet hat. But no, you're more LeFouish than me.
Yeah, okay. Talking about the vintage thing real quick.
Yes.
We will be starting to sell vintage Disney outerwear, shirts, cast costumes, hats on the Disney Dudes podcast Instagram account. And they will be very, 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 very affordable for what they are.
Yes. You may think that, man, minimum at least $75 for this cast, like a Walt Disney World cast member worn shirt. Nay. Oh no, you can be a part of the magic, and we're going to bring you that magic. the vintage Disney dude. Okay?
Exactly.
That's what we're talking about. And to me, it just flows off the tongue. And speaking of flowing off the tongue, what is your number?
You got to do your number 8.
Crap. I don't want to do number 8. I want you to do your number 8 again. Gaston is great. I want to make that LeFou joke again.
Ha ha ha. What's your number
My
8?
number 8. Jinx. We said 8 at the same time. Wonder what happened to the camera that time. It exploded. Because it's so funny. Number 8 for me is Off with His Head, the Queen of Hearts. You knew that because you cheated and saw it ahead of time. You joke. You joke. So, the Queen of Hearts is the main antagonist or villain. I like the word antagonist. Of the night, and I did not realize it was that old. I knew it was old, but the year that my parents were born in 1951, the 1951 animated classic, Alice in Wonderland. Okay? A bit of trivia about her. Despite being the primary villain of the movie, she does not appear until the final part of the film. Think about that. That doesn't happen very often. You would think that the primary or, main antagonist or villain in a Disney animated feature film, she'd be featured throughout or alluded to, and she is alluded to, the Queen of Hearts, but she does not make an actual appearance until the end of the film. Yes, I look like a DJ. With my finger in my ear, goodness. So, but what makes her, because you get that look in your face thinking, I'm doing something awesome. This is going to go over so great. And then I see the lead balloon pop over your head. Ladies and gentlemen, he was going to cue up some music or do something. What?
You didn't hear what it was?
I didn't hear anything.
It was cricket
was it?
chirping.
Oh. I can't. We just do number 7. I had one more thing to say. Just do number 7. No, what are your thoughts on the Queen of Hearts?
I think it's a weak pick.
How is that a weak pick?
It's a weak pick.
How is that a weak? Go for it. Tell me.
It's anger management. That's about the only thing she says off with her head. She's a spoiled brat. That's all she is.
She can identify with the character from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Veruca Salt. I want it now. I want it right now. She wants the golden egg. The big spoiled brat, Veruca Salt. Yes, she definitely is a spoiled brat, but she's the queen, and people do her bidding. All she wants to do, if somebody even looks at her wrong, they're getting their daggum head chopped off. I think that's pretty evil. That's kind of jumping the gun. That's a little impetuous.
That's true.
There are some ridiculous issues there.
Oh, look.
It's kind of and it straight up looks like Fred Flintstone, the Queen of Hearts in your wallpaper. That is Fred Flintstone with a tiny crown on.
That looks like Reggie O'Donnell.
Oh, too soon. Way too soon. Wait, culture's woke. They're going to come at you like a tornado of teeth and fingernails, and you are going to be canceled, my friend. I'm just forewarning you.
Well,
that's why I said Fred Flintstone. That's why I said Fred Flintstone. Look at that. Oh, you and your bro, LeFou. Why isn't LeFou on there? Is LeFou behind Gaston? You're trying to find him? Oh, get over it.
All right.
It's all fun. Okay. So
do your number 7.
My number 7 is ready to go.
Go ahead.
Okay. Number 7 is Prince Hans of the Southern Isles. Prince Hans, let me tell you why. Do you have any reason why? I know you do. Just thinking about it.
He tried to kill Elsa.
But there's more to it.
He was going to kill Anna and take over the entire thing.
Power hungry. Yeah. Dictator-like behavior. Putin-like behavior. That is the ultimate evil, my friend. The ultimate evil. Total power, totally corrupts. You've heard that, right?
Yes, I have.
Exactly. Your voice got real quiet, like Bill Clinton. Like, yes, I have.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Shut up, Monica. Your knees need to get dirty.
What is
So,
the definition of is?
yeah, I ran out of Bill Clinton jokes. That was sad. Swing and a miss. No, Prince Hans of the Southern Isles, and just Prince Hans, and he's easily overlooked. I was looking at doing my research and looking at different lists, and I went, and he was like 25. And I'm like, oh, nay, nay, nay. And I will tell you this, and usually I think like Evil Queens, I think more female because it's more of a psychological slow burn, kind of an evil like characteristic or trait, right?
Yeah.
Because they like to peck slowly but surely, like a cat playing with a bird, kind of tease their victim, pluck out
hitting
little
me,
feathers.
Hillary.
Say it again.
Stop hitting me, Hillary.
So this is your version of a callback. I give you like a C. A for effort, but C in the landing. No, the reason I chose him, he is the hidden main villain. Hidden, keyword hidden main villain of the 2013 animated film, as we know, Frozen, right? Who was pretending to woo, and I said woo who? Woo Princess
Woo,
Anna.
Big Silly.
So if we're officially trying to fill a vacancy for another Disney dude. We have a Disney douche in Virginia. You are closer to Bill Clinton than I am, assuming he's near DC. Assuming. Probably not. They're up in New York. Assuming.
So closer than you are.
Probably. Exactly. So enjoy you and your, all that fun political stuff. That's really funny up north, apparently. But yeah, that was a shot. But no, he was originally eager to marry. Princess Anna was originally eager to marry him after meeting him a few days ago until Hans revealed his true colors as a corrupt, heartless prince who wanted to murder Anna's older sister, Queen Elsa. So he was ultimately power hungry. He was willing to, and this was part of his whole devious plan. He had planned this out to a T, and he knew that they had been trapped in the castle for years on end. And it was the opening day of Arendelle. Open the gates. You know how excited she was. You know that song she did. I know you know every song verbatim because you put that like into it when you sing it. That's not me. That's more you. But to me, Hans is a rather unique Disney villain in many ways, and I'll tell you why. Typically, whenever a villain is introduced into a film, the audience knows that he or she is to not be trusted the first time they see him, right? Just based on looks alone.
Yeah.
They're not to be trusted. Look at the Evil Queen. Look at Lady Tremaine. Look at that dude. Oh wait, that's Queen of Hearts. Look at Cruella de Vil. Look at what's that woman's name from on your left shoulder that I'm looking at from The Rescuers? The red hair.
We'll get to her in a little bit.
Way to show your cards yet again. And then Ursula. Ugh. Ursula, gross. That nasty mole. That thing needs to get checked out for the melanoma. But anyway, what's happening? What are you doing? What? If I can't hear it, no one else will. More crickets?
You really can't hear that.
I cannot hear that. I'm serious. I hear faint tink, tink, tink.
It's the Jeopardy theme music.
This is painful to watch and listen to. The hole just gets deeper and your other foot's on a banana peel. Friend, I can only help you so much.
You just
so
wait.
Anyway, just wait. I can't wait. I can't wait until like 4 weeks from now when this podcast is in the dirt. We just hang it up from complaints. No, but to me, the interesting about him that usually the villain is known from the get-go. You can see them; they make an appearance, and even if they don't say anything, even if they don't say anything, you know they're a villain. You know they're evil. You know they're up to no good. They're nefarious, whatever. But some protagonists, however, trust him. Some of the, like Anna, Elsa, they trust him. Elsa's a little more skeptical, but Anna, the idiot that she is, the gullible moron that she is, lovable idiot, she's like, oh, you're cute. I like you, and you show me attention. You have a pulse. Let's go do this thing. So no. So, but with Hans, not only is Anna duped by him, but the audience in addition. So to me, that is the ultimate curveball, because when he goes in for the kiss, they're all warm and she's cold, and he looks into her eyes and he's like, yeah, baby, yeah, let's do this thing. They go in and she leans in and she closes her eyes. His eyes are still open. She leans in and she, and he leans in and goes, you didn't think that I was going to marry you. And then that, of course, maniacal laugh. He's a dick. He's a dick. Who's your number 7?
Oh, sorry.
It's
My
tough act
number
to follow. I agree.
my number 7. I want to put this guy as number 7, but I don't know if he's really an actual villain.
Confused.
Some people say he's a villain. Some people say he's a hero.
Okay.
Disney says he's a villain,
Sure.
but conspiracy theories say that he is a hero.
Then who is it? I'm not going to sit here and rack my brain. Just say it.
Captain Hook.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see it. He's endearing. To me, he's endearing.
Disney says he's a villain because he kidnaps
Yes.
Tiger Lily.
Children.
He kidnaps
say
Tiger Lily. But conspiracy theories say that he is a hero because he's trying to get the children away from Peter Pan, who keeps kidnapping children, the Lost Boys.
Interesting. He likes boys. Yeah. Interesting. It's an interesting viewpoint.
Yeah.
My take on it is he's out just from villain, yes, but endearing from the fact that you get to see true fear in him from TikTok, the alligator, or the crocodile, the crocodile. You see true fear in him when that crocodile comes around. You don't normally see that from a villain, So he's relatable in a way.
Another thing is if you've seen the new Rescuers Down Under, or not Rescuers Down Under, Chippendale Rescue Rangers movie.
Yes. With my children, it's hard to watch anything, but yes.
Yeah, Peter Pan is the villain.
True. There you go. That perseverates in where there's smoke, there's fire, and that perseverates that urban legend or theory. That's a good take.
Exactly.
It's a very good take. Very good perspective. Not as good as my perspective, but that's the number one perspective so far, in my opinion. That's good. I've never really thought about it that way. I wouldn't go as far as to do the whole mind blown thing, but still good. Brava.
Yeah.
Bravissima. Who is your number
6?
Who's your number 6?
Last one for the podcast.
Oh, I want to keep going. That's what she said.
My last one for this podcast. Ursula.
Okay. Nasty old looking hoe. She's right there over your left shoulder, staring at you.
She is.
She looks like a linebacker. I'm sorry. She's ready to play on Soldier Field with his giant shoulders.
She really is. And I'm gonna throw another one in there too.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw another one in there.
What?
Ursula and Cruella de Vil. Together.
Oh.
They both have white hair, somewhat white hair.
Mm-hmm.
Ursula is trying to go and get Ariel's voice so she can become the queen of the sea.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Cruella DeVille right here is trying to kill the dogs because she wants to make fur coats out of them.
Nasty.
That's just rude. Villainous. Very villainous. There you go.
Okay. Next up on the podcast is my number 6.
Do
I'm
what?
excited. I said next on the podcast, I'm ready to do my number 6.
Go ahead.
And my number 6 is Jafar.
Good,
Jafar.
because I was
is
getting
the
ready to
main-
say him, and I didn't want to. So good.
No, good, great. I'm glad this episode's finally coming to an end. Jeez. Number 6, Jafar. Why? I'm just going to give you a little backstory on this guy. He is the main villain of the 1992 Disney animated film. We all know it well, Aladdin, and its first sequel. He had his own title movie, The Return of Jafar. Interesting enough. He later appears as the main villain of Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. So that's interesting. A little bit of trivia on Jafar. He's one of 6 male villains to shapeshift into a second form. The others being Judge Doom, Oogie Boogie, Turbo, and Pain and Panic. You know Pain and Panic? Hercules. I'm flattered. Yeah, you don't know that. Yeah, Pain and Panic from the gargoyles. Yeah, from Hercules.
Yeah.
Jafar is also the only Disney villain to have 7 other forms. Name them now. What are the 7 other forms he can shapeshift into? Go.
An old man,
Got it.
a snake,
Money.
wasn't it Yago one of them? Or no?
Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Aladdin?
Strike 2.
Uh,
You're right there. I mean, if you're naming Jasmine and Aladdin, you might as well name.
The Sultan.
Yes. Good job. Nice recovery.
Thank you.
And you might
And might as well name the genie.
H to the yes. Look at you. What else?
I don't know what else.
Come on. A ghost.
A ghost?
Uh-huh. And a
Is this from
sorcerer.
like
when
Jafar Returns?
No. Maybe. Shut up. Sorcerer, when he gets his ultimate power, turns into a genie himself.
I consider that a genie.
Your face is a genie. So yeah. Old man, sultan, sorcerer, snake, genie, ghost, and Jasmine. Yeah, it's you. Are you serious? You don't know that?
No.
Every listener right now, except for you and viewer, knows that. It's a sad day for you.
Well,
How are you
I'll
feeling? Are you
accept
feeling
that
kind of?
sadness.
Are you feeling empty inside right now?
No.
Do you need someone to talk to? No, you're good. You're talking to me. You can talk to me. You
Exactly.
can't rely on
I'm
me.
good. I'm good.
I've proven that.
I'm
that.
good.
So that, but did you know that Patrick Stewart was originally asked to voice Jafar, but he turned it down. Yeah.
I
So
mean, I'm going to tell you something. Jafar to me is really not a villain in the
What?
sense of a villain because he
Okay.
looks like Prince. Imagine him in a purple suit, and instead of his staff, he has a guitar. He breaks out into purple rain in the middle of taking power over in Agrabah.
Well, if he's
Return
paying-
of Jafar, right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Return of Jafar 2.
Dose.
The Return of Prince.
The Return of Prince. And in that, there's a little, from what I hear in that version, there's a deleted scene where there's a pickup game where it's shirts versus blouses. And
Dave
blouses
Chappelle comes
win.
out.
You don't know what Dave Chappelle. I don't know anything about Dave Chappelle. I'm just talking about, the Return of Jafar numero dos, the deleted scene. And then I think Jafar serves pancakes to shirts at the end of it.
Yeah, I think so
Yep.
too.
Yep. And which is customary in an Agrabah, like an Agrabarian custom to serve pancakes after a sweet
After a
game
loss
of
or a win, yeah. That
Yeah,
was
doesn't matter. Win or lose, you still get
Yep.
pancakes. So it's all worth it. So, but yeah, Jafar Millet, but here, no, but I have lots of different trivia here, and I think I'm good because I gave you so much, a lot to chew on, a lot to think about. And I do know for a fact that my 10 through 6 were ultimately superior than yours. You were, equating Jafar to Prince, and that's very controversial and a huge, huge miss on your part. But I control the recording of this episode, and before you can talk, I'm just going to end it. So bye. No, that's our 10 through 6.
yeah.
You got to stay tuned to next week for our 5, 4.
3, 2, 1.
You
Because
got it.
I'm gonna beat him again, and I'll be 4-0 in this podcast.
Okay. You have nothing to back it up. You have nothing in writing. You may have a recording, but I guarantee your numbers are all over the place. Guaranteed.
Yeah, you're right.
Guaranteed.
Probably 6 or 7 to nothing.
10-0 right here. So anyway, who's got 2 thumbs and is kicking that ass? This guy. His name's Abbott.
This
Said it first.
name is Taylor. This guy's
Oh my
name is
gosh.
Taylor.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious? You literally said it after me and like at least
Oh my
4 seconds
gosh.
after.
I know.
Jesus.
All right.
Wow. Okay. We got to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Stop talking. Stop talking. Deuces. Deuces. Deuces, mother truck. All right. That's it. See you next week.
See it.